Hey, this is an Oasis, and we are recording some more of the special challenge and stuff like that. I'm not saying what part it is and stuff like that because I keep forgetting sometimes, you know. And yeah, so on floor 2 there is a triple kind of these encounters which I didn't actually know. We're being very unlucky actually. I mean, this is a bit scary. Not gonna lie, this is scary for flexible reasons and stuff like that because yeah, we're in the back row still, and you know we do have the elixir that we might have to use. You already had another queued up, that's why that happened. Yeah, the fact that this is taking really, really long just to steal the simple combo bangle is what really bad sometimes. I don't know why. Sometimes it just happens that, oh, now all of a sudden it's supposed to just get the combo bangle. I don't know why, because it felt like it was easier at the previous level and stuff there, but you know, is it just when you reach a certain amount that it becomes harder or something like that? I have no idea, man. Why is it now super hard all of a sudden? You know what, I am actually gonna check. I am gonna safety check here. I'm gonna check their level actually, if these are actually high level for whatever reason. Because they're on high floor. Or still level 13. But I don't know health 42. Sometimes I think it has to do with the HP number or something like that, or some RNG roll. Actually, let's steal from the first guy though. I'm gonna see if it's actually easier to steal from one of them, because usually they will be. Okay, that was fairly easy actually. So that's one common bangle. Steal anything. The problem is it's entirely possible that we run out of MP in this fight, which is not ideal. Normally I would just go down and rest, you know. Okay. Two of them. There's only the front guy. Now if we get common bangle very, very soon now from him, then that means that there was an order that you're meant to steal in or something like that, that makes it easier. It might be a situation where we need to kill off the other two in order to make it easier to steal from this guy, maybe. I will try to heal very, very late though, with our common bangle. That was very annoying though, not gonna lie. That was very annoying. But since we're completely out of MP, after we heal here, we are completely out of MP. As you can see now, you would have to use the elixir to heal up and stuff like that, so yeah. So instead we're going to down to the save. Actually, We're going down to a place where we can rest, so we can rest up fully here. And I would actually put Claude in back row. And leave the other two in front. And we go down to 64, the gym. Which I believe theoretically is open to the public as well. Now you might say that he should be allowed to have his initial like material always and stuff. That is something that you could argue that initial equipment, that even if you do like a no material challenge, that he should always be allowed to use whatever the initial equipment is, because initial equipment would mean that he should always be allowed to use whatever his initial equipment is. Yes, 725 there. We have 11 hard edges and 25 carbon barriers. Now the thing is, if we can get 3 from one fight, then that just speeds up things enormously and stuff like that, because if it's 3 in one fight, then that means that like 10 fights is 30 stuff that, then it's 60, then it's like 90. So you need a little bit more than, what is it, 30 fights or whatever it is. Okay, this is an interesting fight. I'm gonna lie, we actually bought this, I think. Okay. The good thing is now the targets are spread out, so now it's not guaranteed. Now one thing though that I will allow the other characters to do eventually, if we need to, is help with stealing once we can get more steel materials. Stuff that is just because stealing doesn't do any damage and stuff that, that will be an exception, but that is if it would be required, but it also depends on what level we reach. Okay. And once we steal the carbon bangle, I will like ice all with Claude. There we go, carbon bangle. Claude, please. It's all. Ow. We need to get all dead, yes. Hopefully the other 2 party members will die here. Otherwise I will just kill them off. So hard edge, okay, that wasn't too slow at all. Let's see here. How quickly can we steal this hard edge? I'm leaving this guy alive because that will make it easier. Oops. Oh, damn it. We lost out on a hard edge because of that. God damn it, man. I forgot to 1 kill away from the thing. Oh, work. Haha! Large! Herb slicer. Hey, that was bad. That was only one hard edge. But this is a very, very good encounter because that's 154 XP. That 12 hard it is. It's common bangles. I mean, we still pretty far away from getting 99. I think the way is that. Is that right? Is that the faster we level up, the quicker. Ooh, this triple one, but this might get scary. Because obviously it's very dependent on what they decide to do. Because again, if we get slipped, that is really bad. You know what, we are gonna cure up here. Because I don't know how quick we will get awakened here. And the fact that flying cycle doesn't awake you is really scary. You could say that flying cycle is maybe a throwing weapon they have. See, this is what I was worried about. Because if they don't decide, if they decide to not okay. Bye bye. Yeah, and you might say, oh, haha, noob. Like, and then basically it just shows you, haha, that person doesn't know how the game works. Right, and you might say that and then be like, and you're someone that uses tranquilizer there instead of that, because even though we're in the back row there, like, that's just, we have no protection against sleep. There's no protection at this point whatsoever against sleep. There's no magical combination. There's no like elemental together with something, you know, that helps you against sleep. You're just basically at the mercy of the enemies there. And stuff that. And you might say that, oh, just escape from that encounter, sure. But you know, the thing that makes that deadly is just that it's 3 of them. Stuff that, like, if there wasn't 3 of them, then that would have been considerably easier. Here's the thing, if we would have gotten that encounter with all 3 party members still being alive, that would have been different. So we're gonna escape from this encounter. We're not gonna waste our time with that one. We're only gonna waste our time with the triple moth slasher things. And we're also gonna spend time if we get a triple black soldier third. Because that has the potential of being 3 hard edges, of course, obviously. But maybe it also has to do with what you hit them with. Okay, this is the triple one. So we immediately hit with ice on. Now, since they're spread out, it's very, very unlikely that they will kill a floor. Now, it might end up being a situation where we need to abuse this every single time in order to even do this. Stop that, so now we bolt all. It's almost like they have trained as a team. That makes them deadlier. Okay, that's one hard head's down. And then we killed one guy. We killed the guy that we stole the hard heads from. Let's do that. Stole hard heads, very nice. Nothing to steal, okay. Yeah, we need to attack the guy in the back. And Anarch attacks himself. So hard, perfect. And the triple encounter is how much XP? 62 XP and 18 AP. That's a cure. And that's 14 hard ideas. That's pretty decent. You know what, we're going back down to save because that is safer to do and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not gonna like rest at the thing though, we're just gonna save. Yeah, the main problem is that it is gonna take a while for us to reach now there could be a thing though where we used. Should we do that though? Right, that we wait with stealing more until we're higher level, and then instead we just kill enemies with Claude. Right, that way if we get a triple motor ball, we use the bolt all and then ice all, and then basically we use up as much MP as possible to just kill stuff. But that's a theory. Because once we get like bolt 2, like ice 2 for example, then we can switch over to fire and poison. Stuff that in order to level those up. Oh. Because we're not allowed to sell all material, by the way. Stuff that and all material will still be useful, of course, obviously. Warning, intruder alert. Once. Bolt. I'm not stealable right from like the turret thing. There's the cannon, Lord. They are a bit silly, like fucking arcade machines. Arcade machine is blocking the way. I think they do have a vault though. But it's this. Can't breathe up. Is that inspection? Inspection something something. Okay, this is the fight for escape from. You know what? Use up a potion here. Now the thing is, we still want the the triple. So the third. Because of course, being able to get 3 triple of the hard edges is very very good. Stuff that now, of course, we won't be able to actually to steal. Okay, fine. This encounter is fine. Because I feel like this encounter is just so much easier to survive just because there's 2 of them. Even though they can again fuck you over here and stuff like that, you know. But I feel like when there's only 2 of them, then they're very very likely to run out of MP before they can actually kill you. And hopefully. He wakes us up. But then the main problem is that they always get a turn when you are waking up, you know, so that's okay. Yeah, we're there. They pee flying cycles. Yeah, we're there. Even if our cure would have been like with that we already had inputted a cure command here before we were set to sleep. You can see that sometimes that doesn't matter, you know, and stuff that. But we did save, of course, after we had already gotten all those hard edges, so we didn't lose really anything, any progress there at all. So yeah. Now we could theoretically use, like try and use the kill, you know, and stuff now instead. Just go for the kills. The main problem is, of course, if but because the blood affects both this floor 67 and the other floor as well, right, is what it affects. It affects both the floors, I think it does. Right, so that after that you cannot meet Soul the Third anymore in the Shinra place, right? I'm pretty certain. I think once you get caught, the enemies just changes and there's nowhere you can meet the Shinra Third anymore. So let's see if it works here. So we bolt first. We're just gonna be killing enemies now instead of stealing just because I want to get high level here. Stuff that used to try and make things easier. Ice 2, okay. We can also ice on everything. He slips us, sleep, no miss. Because it's also the thing is that if we kill a bunch of enemies, then Okay, I think we actually heal up. Yeah, we do. Especially since he called his crossbow too. So just attack. Even right if we steal on the first attempt, we don't know if we're going to steal on the first attempt or not. And of course, it could take a while, of course, until we actually reach the point. But I feel like that, you know, when nothing happens, right, you could theoretically, right, I think you can get encounters in a very specific place. Actually, I saw it here. Hopefully we will not get slapped here immediately. Or we do not. Oh, because I'm pretty certain that it's going to give us meteor rain almost soon. Okay, that missed. I was very lucky that missed actually. Queuing up a cure here because I don't know if anyone is going to sleep us out here. Meteor rain. That's what I'm talking about. 162 and 18. 18 is actually pretty crazy still, but all things considered. In that sense, has 0 AP. Right, because that wasn't. It is very weird that both of his all and his sense doesn't start with an AP at all because this is not the 13th sense or anything. Yeah, which is a bit weird. I wonder if Red 13 was actually meant to start with the talisman, but they couldn't figure out how to start a character with an accessory. Maybe, you know. That's what I feel like. Yes, were meant to be a thing that he was meant to start with talisman actually. Stuff that, you know. I mean, although Youngclaw does start with an accessory, right? Yeah, I think he does. Of course, one thing that is a problem, of course, it is not guaranteed that we're gonna survive. If we get that triple encounter again, it's not guaranteed at all that we will survive. Okay, this encounter is worth fighting though. Slice first. I thought I knew about all. I know that there were 2 videos I uploaded before and stuff that, so those 2 videos we can like move that stuff that, so yeah. Bolt all. Because the thing is, if we just get the next level, which is going to be level 20, then that is going to speed up things tremendously. Just like that. And you know, I think we hit actually here first. Hopefully that cure goes off. That's a pretty late sleep bell though, and that missed also. Now keep in mind that if we for example would keep Barrett and the Red 13 alive, then that would make this considerably easier and stuff like that. Yeah. 14 harders and 25 combat bangles. Now I'm pretty certain that on the floor where the Midgar model is, I'm pretty certain you cannot meet the soldier third. Okay. Nice. 1-2 hits of me hard. Bolt. Yes. Are they really going for the sleep now? Yo. Pretty decent though. I mean, the fact that even that two of them is still over 100 is crazy. Imagine if we were just using boosters here, how much easier this would be, because I will always make sure that whenever I say, oh, I'm gonna record or I'm gonna be grinding off screen, then I'm never gonna be using boosters off screen. The other time is sometimes I have to click down the stick sometimes in order to stop the it from doing this. Sometimes I can just touch the control stick and that's good enough. So bolt all, and we use ice all. I'm actually going to be using my limit break on unmodified here. I'm actually going to use it up on the solid third fight, by the way. Oh. Right, and you know, the thing is of course that that if level 20 is not good enough to make the steel too easy, you know, then we'll see. I used Meteor Rain. I just want to test the consistency of Meteor Rain though. One gun slug is pretty fine. Because he's one hit away from death. Yes, sir. You see, and it's basically them getting at like a couple turns sometimes, or something. Okay, all is very close now, and lighting is getting pretty close as well, and that all is also getting very close. Because here's the thing, right? Once we get tier 2 spells, we could technically continue on grinding some of the tier 2 spells at least, you know. But I rather prefer using the eyes of the lightning one. Although the bolt 2 one looks so cool actually and stuff that, you know. The Bolt 2 one I will probably keep using, but then once we get the Ice 2, I will switch it to the Fire one. Okay, so we use Ice 2 here and then we Bolt 2. Shibuski. Psycho. Bolt 2. Okay, that's bad. Please cure. Please dodge. If they woke us up, that's very nice of them. Cure. And put us back to sleep again. It's probably gonna miss. Ish. Maybe it's just when you're queuing up a move, that's what it hits. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be all two. No. I think next encounter will be the story is still very far away from that, because you can see letting go that much HP, 1,255. So the story is superior there, but yeah, the story requires a lot more stuff that still is very far away from the thing as well. Need to customize what they could skip. Okay. And the thing is, of course, is that we can once we're powerful enough, though, the only thing is going to be killing off the other party members, unless, of course, we. That's theoretically was something we could try and do. We could try and level up elemental material, although that is going to take a long time. So bolt all here. Leave the ice on. Oh, nice. Okay, it is very close. That will be whatever the next encounter is. The closest to all is that, of course, obviously. That's 130 on the bolt, on the lightning. Now, if we would have kept using lightning instead of switching off to ice, when we did a previous grind, then lightning would have been way higher at this point, so keep that in mind. Oh. Okay. I think we're actually gonna heal here, the first thing we do actually. Just to make us safe. Yeah, that's in the fight. It doesn't really matter that much if we're in the front or back or in this specific fight. The only thing that will do more damage is the actual physical hits. Just the flying cycle don't count because it doesn't wake you from sleep. It's the all level up. And then the next tier all requires a lot. It was 591. This is crazy. And then the lighting stat, now ice needs 1000, same thing with fire. might say at this point just move sense. That's that, but I'm actually going to keep that instead. It is a bit risky with that HP value though. If we get that triple fight and then we die, you know, that would be really very bad. That's a risk that we need to take though. Because if that's the case, I will use Cure as the very first turn. Most of that. We are how far away? We are 6, 7 from leveling up. Another thing is also, for example, once we reach Bolt 2 and Ice 2 and stuff that, then we might actually one-shot certain encounters. So Bolt 2 is the one that we have all 2 on here. Okay. Execute. And cycle. Bolt 2 or Bolt. A nice on. That kills them, I think. That's 154. There's 17 AP. That's 155. This will cost 10,000 on the elemental. That is 40,000 though. It doesn't need that much. The cover is actually very good because the way that the cover works is because that cover, if you max out cover for example and you keep everyone there and then you keep them alive, then for example you can grind like affinity points with a certain specific character if you want to. Okay, you know what, we begin with Ice Hold. We're gonna get hit because we queued up a move, yeah. It was instant when you queued up the move, that's when the sleep hits. Maybe we won't get screwed over here. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, we will queue up here. Sleep. Thank you. That was very important that happens. That's way more important than you might realize. Right. And actually, if we get full limit break here, then that's going to be very, very powerful. It still hits. This how you hold. Go on rest. We're very close now. Very close, and we're at 683 to 37 there. That is less than 1,000 now. Yeah, because the thing is that once we reach Bolt 2 and Ice 2, then I think that that one cast of one of those will kill every single encounter, basically, pretty much, because I'm pretty certain that both of them will deal over 250 damage and stuff. That 250 is the health of the soldier third class. Which is comparable to a certain level of Cloud. I don't know what level though. But I wonder if I know that there are modders out there that knows how to place certain things into the game. Why don't like Square have them like develop stuff and then even like have stuff being sold like and the developer can take money for it and Square gets half of the cut? Because I do think that people would be willing to do that, you know, and stuff. That's right, because there are some things we need to save right. I'm just 100% making sure that we did save, because you know, very important. So about 52. Yeah. About 40,878. Of course, this is very dependent. This is very dependent on the level 20 really mattering a lot. Just of that. And the thing is, like, I don't know on floor 65 if you can encounter the correct enemy. Not. Oh. The best thing is that we're very close on getting Meteor in here or Finishing Touch. Finishing Touch is of course just way better because you're guaranteed always to get the kills. Unless they're immune to death. I'm actually gonna save up my limit break here. Because I want to use it on the other encounter, basically. It is pretty much what my thinking is here. So we're going to allow them to get XP here, because I'm going to allow them to die naturally instead. You know, I'm not going to waste the time here. Because this will mean that we will be getting more XP from the fight as well. Let's see how much more is the XP when everyone is kept alive. I think that's the same. They can drop block with, so that's actually very powerful. Although I'm pretty certain that the amount of enemies is useful against is very, very low. 666, nice. 220 on that. I mean, the quicker we get to the second tier of spells, the better. Now, I don't know theoretically if it's possible. If Red 13 is high enough level when he starts, right, does that mean, does that like change the... does that change what level the magic is? Like if you're high enough level, does that give you... just finishing touch here. Finishing touch. And I know that Young Claude is the character that gets replaced with Kate Sid because there's a limited amount in like the memory or whatever to those kind of things. It's very close now. More fight them to get the level up. Yeah. And I mean, them being alive is also good because they work like a meat shield and stuff that, so that this makes it safer to do this grind and stuff that. So yeah. Now the question is though, like how much faster does the steel becomes at level 20? Because the thing is, I know that if you gain high enough level advantage, if you gain a very high level advantage, then for example the steel will eventually, I believe, have 100% hit rate or whatever almost, like without even like snake gloves and stuff like that. So yeah. Bolt. Just cast bolt twice. I believe this might still be a level up. I think this is used enough XP here actually. Yeah. Go level 20. 2 strength, dexterity 23. Level 20 cloak. Nice. Very nice indeed. How much? All is 187, okay. Was the next big like equipment that is useful in terms of material slots is actually gonna be in Cosmo Canyon. Is it pretty crazy? Yes, the force steel is good, but the force steel has less slots on it, and stuff that. So it depends on how we want to be doing things. Okay. This could be the chunk test of all chunk tests, So we like first, we do a bolt all. We do a bolt all. Hopefully that does not kill them. And then now we're off for the stealing here. Still empty. A cool dodge left was not very good, and then he gets more too. We do have a Phoenix down though, in case things go really bad. Eventually they're gonna wake Claude up because they're out of use now. Wow, they're being very, very careful. They don't not want to hit the... Okay, what do they do now? He's awakened, and then nowadays they probably will use Kill Barrett, yeah. So they're actually very, very smart sometimes. I mean, if this takes a really, really long time again, then then man, I don't know what to do really. Because maybe we won't go for 99 then, and stuff that, right? Just to make it so that the other grinds don't become too insane. Oops. There we go, still hard edge, okay. So we have gotten one hard edge so far. Means we can kill off the top guy. I still feel that was faster than usually when it's really in battle. So 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Okay, that's okay, that helps. 1. 2. 3. 4. Okay, 4 attempts. That's half of 8. So that's pretty useful. That's 17 hard edges, okay. I mean, that's not bad. And I'm gonna do one more encounter, basically. Kind of stuff that I might get the other encounter, and I am gonna see from if we get the other encounter with the ball-like enemy and the other thing. Because that encounter is actually easier to survive. If we can get it. And then I will go down and save, and I will go to the resting place basically and stuff like that, yeah. If we can get an actual encounter. There it is, dude. So we bolt here first. Oh, or yeah. Oh, sleepy, walk is this. Now they're all of a sudden like super accurate with not missing. Then it misses, like, they miss a sleeping target, like Claudius he's using your instinct, like dodging when you're sleeping. Bolt, won't take damage, long. You know what, I think we actually heal up because we might get screwed over because they might steal like Bolt 2 and Ice 2. Yeah, good. We can count on Mr. Robot to awaken us and awaken. That's the most breathtaking. So strong. My faces hit me. Great fingers. I'm so fucking tough. That's right. I'm so fucking tough. There is the mistake. You're a mistake.